factor the polynomial and use the factor form to find the zeros. Draw a graph sketch, rough sketch of the function. So in part A we have a degree 3 polynomial. So we need to factor and then find the zeros. Okay, so there are 3 terms here in part A, and each term contains x. So we can factor x out first. That leaves x squared minus 3x minus 10. Now this is a trinomial, degree 2. So if it factors, we'll have 2 binomials. This x is outside. Now x squared means x times x. Now we need to find the factors of 10. Minus means by subtraction we need to get 3. So 5 times 2 is 10. And to get minus in the middle, so minus 5 plus 2. So you can FOIL x minus 5 and x plus 2. If you FOIL, then you get this back. Okay. So this polynomial is now in factored form because we got 3 factors. Okay, we wrote that. Now find the zeros. So set this one equals 0, this one, each of the factors equals 0, right? If we set this one 0 means from this factor simply x, so x equals 0. From this one, x minus 5 equals 0 means x equals 5. Or you can think in this way, 5 makes this factor 0 because 5 minus 5 is 0. From this factor, x plus 2 equals 0 means x equals negative 2. Or negative 2 plus 2 is 0. Okay? So we got 3 factors, 3 zeros. Now we need to sketch, rough sketch of this function. That one, you don't have to be exact, but let's try here. We need to know about the end behavior. So this is the leading term, x cubed. So cubic with positive means eventually on the right side increases, on the left side it decreases. Okay, cubic or odd degree polynomial, all odd degree polynomials on the right side increases, left side decreases if this is positive. Okay, if we had negative sign here, then this should be reversed. And then we know that the graph passes through these 3 points, these 3 x values. So 0 is here, 5 somewhere, let's say 5 here, and negative 2 on the left side here. Let's connect that, and then it will go up and down and eventually increases. So eventually the graph goes up from here, from 5, okay, and then eventually it goes down from here, and in the middle it will be just like something like this one. Okay, this is not exact, but eventually it decreases on the left, on the right it increases, and then intersects the x-axis, this is y-axis, negative 2, 0, and 5. Okay, that's part A. Let's do part B. So let me write here. So this polynomial, and from these 3 terms, we can factor x squared out first. That leaves x squared minus 4x, right, because 2 of them out, plus 3. Let's factor further. X squared, this is a trinomial. If it factors, it will be a product of 2 binomials, x squared, x times x, 3. We need to get 4 by addition. So 3 is 3 times 1, 3, and 3 and 1 make 4. So minus means both minus. Okay, if we multiply these 2 or FOIL, we get this. So from here, x squared, 0 means x equals, okay, 0, but with the multiplicity of 2 because it's square twice. You can write 0, 0, but same thing with 2 times. From here, x equals 3, x equals 1. Now let's let's graph this one. Okay, so in this question, so we got even power. Even power means both sides increase, on the left, on the right, eventually increase. It's a positive, that's why both sides increase. If it is negative leading coefficient, negative number, then both sides would decrease. So this will be the case, that's the eventual. For now, we have 3 zeros. At 0, 3, that should be on the right side, 3, and 1, okay, also in the right side. So let me expand this one a little bit. So let's say this one is 1, 2, and then this one is 3, right? And eventually it goes up, so from here it should go up on the left side, and eventually goes up, so from 3 it should go up as well. So this x squared 0, 0 is twice. When x is 0, 0, then at 0 the graph will be something like this one. It just touches. The graph does not pass through x-axis. If we have x equals 3 but twice, then 1, 2, 3. If it comes from the top, it will be just like that. If it comes from below, it will be just touches and comes back. So at 0, we have x squared 0, 0, so it touches because we have to eventually go to up. Then it comes back. It does not go through. Okay, x equals 0. Then it has to go through 1. So let me draw this one smaller. It has to, it will go up and then comes down. Now it goes through. Okay, this one is not, let me draw bigger here. At 0 it has to go back because then it goes through 1 and 3. Okay, so like this one. So let me draw one more time. So at 0 we have this situation. At 1 it goes, and at 3 it goes, and eventually up, eventually up. Okay, that's part B. Let's do part C. Let me make room here. So in part C, negative x cube, okay, so odd with negative. So it will be just the inverse of part A, just the opposite of part A. It's positive x cube, so increasing, decreasing. Now on the right side it will decrease. For this graph, right side will decrease, on the left it will increase. But first let's find the zeros. So this px is 1, 2, 3. Are there any common factors? Yes, x, and negative x. Negative out, so it's x squared, negative, positive, negative, 2x, negative, positive, negative, 15. Okay. Negative x outside. Now we can factor x squared, x, 15 is 5 times 3, 15, to get negative, here negative, positive. So this negative doesn't matter because it's not going to give us any zeros. So x equals 0, x equals 5, x equals negative 3. Like part A, I mean these are not repeated. In part B there was 0, 0, so the graph would just toss and go back. But here they'll cross the axis at 0, 5, and negative 3. So this is part C, so negative x cubed. That means the opposite of this one. On the right side eventually decreases. On the left side eventually it increases. So at 0 it goes through 0, 5, and negative 3. So here, from here it goes up. It goes down from here, from 5. in the middle. Now you just connect. So if you graph in your calculator, you can get something similar to this one.